Yes.
Gods keep you.
О, DLC. Наконец-то мы к нему добрались. Очень долго шли.
You set out for Stalwart. The White March rises up in the distance, stretching to the north and south as far as the eye can see. It beckons to you with peaks like broken fingers. The road thins to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path. You've barely begun your climb when the darkening sky pummels you with hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice. You press on. The air grows thin, and the treacherous mountain passes funnel screeching winds past your ears. A blizzard forces you to make camp for 3 days, huddling for safety while snow piles around your refuge. At last the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under a crisp blue sky. There's a noise, high and sharp, coming from the village that sounds at first like another frozen gale. But when you top the rise and reach the village's wooden gates, you see what lies beyond them.
Солидно. Готово.
We can take these bastards!
Нихуя! Что происходит? Убить? Деревня Стальбард. Ого. Хуем. В атаку!
I'm here.
I'll see what I can find.
Где мы вообще? Ирвуд.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Light, flame, and sound.
Charge! Settle! Attack! Onward! Settle! Onward! Of course. Charge! Settle! Of course.
Стоит АФК.
Light, flame, and sound.
I'll take a look. We need a hand! This way! Here! Run! Run! They'll kill us all! Slow and silent. I'm here.
That's it!
Христиане.
Charge!
Nice and quiet.
I'll take a look. I'll take a look. Charge! Onward! Attack! Onward! Settle! Onward! Onward!
Laying low.
thoughts will be as silent as my feet. Yes.
These ones are in for
Darcier's fallen. Back to the matron now.
Вот так.
Katie's house is burning! Hurry! They're both in there! Help! The hut's coming down!
Решительность. Новое кольцо, кстати.
I'll see what I can find.
Карта маленькая.
Nice and quiet.
Katie. Thank the gods you saved her.
Of course.
They've destroyed the stockade, Mother. It's...
Enough. They're gone. The deliverer of Cadnua. Thank you for making the journey. Abida knows it's a long one. Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention. Then perhaps you can help us find something. Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good. But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empire. The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart. But we need the White Forge. Of course. Been over 200 years since anyone's felt so much as a summery breeze near it. I'm hoping you can do something about that. I'm not asking you to work the White Forge. I want you to find... We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door. We're an old mining town. Or we were until the Adirans pulled out and left us with a half-dug mine shaft and something resembling an inn. Since then, it's been a steady decline. You've seen the roads. Isn't much we can produce that the Valians can't ship cheaper. But the White Forge... well... if we could fire it up again and start producing Durgan steel, or something close to it, wouldn't matter if we're in the White March or the Living Lands. Business. A dozen different groups have come through at our request, and several more besides. Been hoping that one of them could clear the way through Durgan's battery. But young or old, green or seasoned, it don't seem to matter. They cast their spells, chisel at the door, and search the grounds until they've worn new treads into the old stone. The lucky ones eventually go home. Plenty more find themselves on the wrong side of a blizzard or an ogre raiding party. That's the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers. But Durgan Steel could put Stalwart on the map again, open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge. Because you can shave stone with it, cleave cast iron into. If we could make something even half as good, we'd have a market at our doorstep and work enough for all of Stalwart. Where should I start? Ogres, blizzards, or sheer damned inaccessibility? It ain't for lack of trying, I'll tell you that much. Got untold riches in Durgan Steel lying just inside, and never mind the White Forge itself. The Adirans who first settled Stalwart tried to crack it. So did the Valians, and every other cocky adventurer with more metal. But the place has a funny way of sealing itself up. Front door stays shut, the tower entrances are clogged with rubble, and it's been impossible to blast away. It don't bear dwelling on. There's too many superstitions about that place as it is.
Killed each other off, or so the old books say.
Plenty of tales to go around, but none of them open the battery. And the last thing people need is another reason to fear the place. Whatever it was, the other Pargrin dwarven settlements in the White March, Bone Picker, the Hawk, and the rest, emptied out not long after, moved to gentler, greener lands.
Had the right idea, if you ask me. Finally, someone talking sense.
Durgan Steel wasn't just good. It was some of the best. We need the best if we're going to keep Stalwart alive. No one alive today has seen the White Forge, but the old stories tell that it was powerful, glowed white-hot, and gave off a steady, even heat, unlike any other furnace. Let better-schooled folk puzzle over how the thing was built. I just want to see it put to use. Pargrin's a word in their language. Means traveler. They've been wanderers for generations, but I couldn't tell you. The battery's up the mountain to the north, a good hike away.
Near Galvino's place, huh?
So it is. Though I was going to suggest dealing with that ogre camp before anything. Mestre Galvino, as the old crosspatch prefers it, lives by himself and keeps the wilder and beasts at bay.
She means to say he's a skilled smith and animancer, who's lived in the shadow of Durgan's battery for over a decade.
And he butters his bread on both sides and fits his left shoe before his right. But that's neither here nor there.
Ain't nobody here fond of the man, but he's a clever hand and a quick study. It's a fool who thinks he stayed so close to the battery without figuring something about it.
You said as much to the last party, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Maybe they didn't run afoul of Baragon's ogres after all. Just watch your step. Galvino's place is a ways east of the battery, and folk who pass it bring unsettling tales. Belongs to Flames That Whisper, Matron Baragon's clan. Hunters tell me they've been active of late.
Hunting elk and otherwise minding their own damn business.
minding their own business. Never mind the latest expedition's disappearance or the broken stockade.
I'm saying we shouldn't agitate him further.
One less matron would make our walls safer. What's left of them, anyway. Also, Baragons like to have whatever the last expedition found. Rumor has it they disappeared near her.
Killing a matron will only make our problems worse. The way to approach Baragon is with your hands held high.
If anyone could parley with an ogre, I suppose it'd be you. But they aren't known for their patience with prattle. Good. Before you leave town, stop by the Grave's Rest. Most visitors to Stalwart spend some time there, so Hafric and his patrons may be able to give you the lay of the land. What's on your mind? The Pargrin dwarves guarded it like a... What's on your mind? Adir founded us back in their colonial days to supply ore to the Empire. Saw a fair bit of traffic from both sides of the White March then. But after the Deerwood claimed independence, Defiance Bay found cheaper places to get ore. Didn't have much reason to maintain our supply, officially. Though with the state the roads are in, you wouldn't guess it. Here in the center? Let's see. The Grave's Rest is next door. Hafric can set you up with a room and a hot meal. The fishery's just on the edge of the lake, and the Temple of Andra is next to it. No one keeps a secret like Lavda. A few folk live in this part of town, too. Seemed a lot safer before the ogres broke through the western gate. Thiersch lives next to the old mine shaft, and Tana, the old mine overseer, is next door to me. I'm the mayor, or so I'm reminded every time there's a game shortage, ogre attack, or a neighborly dispute. I'm a builder by trade, though. Traveled all over Air Glonfoth and the Deerwood in my younger days, but ended up back here anyway. What's on your mind? They didn't volunteer much, and I knew better than to ask. I've seen all types charging through here. Professional companies with shiny new equipment as brazen as you please, and hopeless runts with nothing but these folk. I don't know what they were after, and the way they looked at you, wish I could tell you more. What's on your mind? Any luck with Durgan's back?
Yes?
I'll see what I can find.
Nothing is closed to the perceptive mind. What you ask is done.
Yes?
Something else you need? It's a fool's hope. A fantasy that's kept these parts inhabited. They say the Pargrunan dwarves developed Durgan's steel, and then one day, they locked their doors and died. Nothing like a mystery to stir folk up. Most of Stalwart is convinced that some Pargrin secret will save us all. But that don't stop them from whispering a prayer when they pass the old fortress. About the only thing folk here haven't tried. Killing one more matron won't. Besides, her clan's flames that whisper. The one that attacked us was Wolf with many mouths. I'd know him anywhere.
They're cut from the same cloth, Aldrich. Only a matter of time before Baragon marches through that gap in our walls.
Mother's convinced that a magic forge will turn this frozen crack into a hub of civilization. She can't accept this place is dying. Give up on what? There's nothing here. I'm a carpenter, Mother's a builder, so it felt like a good fit at the time. Not that we've got a lot of new folk to build houses and furnishings for. These days, I spend most of my time fixing up the stock. Something else you need?
Of course.
Been looking everywhere for you.
Finally, some proper weather. What do you say to a dip in those springs?
Don't see the harm. Buildings. Figured you'd be out of here in a flash after the fighting died down. I would have helped fight them monsters off, you know. If I didn't think I'd just get in the way. And with you there to handle things, everything turned out well enough, didn't it? Oh, Havrick's the innkeeper over at the Grave's Rest. I may have been hiding in the inn when the fighting started. Did you know he has a whole case of Fenland liquor in there? I keep offering to buy it off him, but he says he's saving it up for when the batteries open again. As if we're gonna last that long. Anyhow, he said he'd thrash me up and down the mountain if I didn't leave him be. It's delusional is what it is. Point of... Averick keeps all the good stock in the inn cellar. Out of sight, you see. I mean, it's bound to be under lock and key, but I'm sure he wouldn't miss a single bottle. Not with everything that's going on. I'll pay you for it. I swear it. We'll split my wages. And the bottle, too, if you like. I just want to be able to say these lips have tasted the best the Ishmael Blades have to offer. Great! I don't think Havrick will let me in the inn. Please tell me you... Please tell me you found it. I've got a craving like you would... Please, tell me...
The better part of valor.
fish, freshly caught! Effigy's eyes! It looked at me! Ah!
You must forgive, Zawa. I was not expecting you. Resting my eyes, I thought, waiting for the Malkachoa to bring me insight. It would seem I dozed. A good thing my master was not alive to see it. Are you real? Of course. I meant no offense, but I find it is best to ask when Malkachoa is involved. A small white mushroom. I have heard it called snowcap in these. It can reveal the true nature of many things. A teacher, not an owner. Zawa is a free man. Well, I was freeing myself from vanity. Consider, how can one be vain who is bathed in the smell of dead fish? I had the idea when I passed this way earlier. I am pleased with... Yes, quite pleased. From battle, yes. I left them upon my enemies. These were struck against fear. These against pleasure. These against hatred. Those down there against greed and doubt. And these were for vanity. I cannot take credit for all of them, but I did most of the good ones. I put them there in battle to remind myself what is real and what is not. Our worst enemies are inventions of the mind, pleasure, fear. When we see them for what they are, we become unstoppable. I feel I have been close, but never for more than an instant. In the moment when the pain is sharpest, the world becomes clear. In that moment, I am a match for anyone. Of course, I am fortunate to have suffered so much. If I did not suffer, I would wander from one unfulfilling goal to the next. But to search for a place beyond suffering's reach is to nurture the suffering, is the greatest gift the gods have given us. Their most beautiful, perfect creation. It is that gods know. What a way to travel the world. The usual way is to smear yourself with the ashes of the dead. But they do not burn. The cold seems to conquer the smell. Even now, the scent hides itself. I was visiting a monastery not far from here. I found it empty, but I met a messenger as I left. He carried a call for aid. Seeing that he would find no monks at the monastery, I chose to go in their place. Zawa is no longer young, but in combat he is still the greatest of the Takan people. It seemed only right that he should go. I would not say I am hired, I seek no wage, and I promise no result. I have chosen a path, and my spoils. And this fortress, this Durgan's battery, its people are gone. Zawa would know why. If one wishes to swim, it is no time to argue with the current. We are here together in this moment because a perfect force has willed it. Who is Zawa to argue? I will walk with you so long as the gods wish it so.
I shall be discreet.
I'll take a look. I'll take a look.
Nothing is closed to the perceptive mind. What you ask is done.
They gone? Have those nasty brutes finally left? I heard the ogres outside, tearing down walls and murder. But you're the new adventure. A real spitfire, she told me. Bet you'd whip. Did you say something, dear? Me? I was the overseer at the mine, back when it was running. But I still remember plenty about the mining business. And I got as many folk as I can digging out the entrance. Been praying to the salty wench that I don't forget too much afore they finish the job. Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was. Got to speak up? My hearing ain't what it was. Did you say something, dear? Me? But I've been praying to the... Got to speak up? Shh.
Any luck with Durgan?
Something else you...
And what does the flame reveal?
Please, tell me...
If it's okay, I'm gonna wait by that fire there while you do that thing with the battery.
Nice and quiet.
Excuse me, was there something you... Something I can do?
I'm on the trail.
My thoughts will be as silent as...
No offense, but I already paid Hafric for this room.
If secrets whisper here,
Oh,
I shall
Weena!
listen for
Go
them.
check on that Orlin. Make sure he don't steal nothing.
Ooh, still can't feel my fingers. Thought I'd found shelter when I stumbled across this little village. Guess as much blood as there was in the streets. I'm lucky the ale. Thought all the whispers about Durgan's battery were just village. I was part of an expedition, hunting for relics from... So it figures that's when the winds pick up and the sky starts tickling him out before we even realized we were surrounded. And then we see him coming out of the snow. These quick little bastards. Francesca and I held them off as long as we could, but when they filled her full of darts, I turned tail and ran. Found my way here and thanked my luck for escaping the Logoth. Then come to find out that this town's got an ogre problem. I need to get those artifacts. Not that I'm in any shape to go after them myself, but I can't afford to return to Defiance Bay without something to show for my expedition. But you know how to navigate the wilds. You'd be able to find your way out there and back with... I'll give you a cut for anything you bring back, of course. I ain't asking for charity. I just can't afford to go home empty-handed. Like I said, we were treasure hunting near Durgan's battery when we were ambushed. What else do you want to know? We took out several loans to pay for our trip out here. I'm gonna have trouble if I don't pay them back. Who? No, that would have been somebody else. We didn't meet with Renengild, or anyone else in town for that matter. We were operating on our own, just that it's been locked up tight for 200, which means that any trinkets from inside, what's left of it should be near Durgan's battery. If you... You find anything? You find any...
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Never seen such a bloodbath. Feels like we got half the town's survivors in here. But you must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handled them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word and I'll give that shifty little Orland the boot. He did he? That shifty little crook never... I'll have it put away somewhere safe. Thank you for doing the decent thing. Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Showed up a few days ago. Sticks his nose up to no good, I tell you. I'd like nothing more than to... I'd appreciate it. And I suppose Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Top quality... Back to warm your hands, eh? Back to warm your hands, eh? Nothing like... Back to warm your hand. Back to warm your hand. Top quality.
I shall be discreet.
Indeed.
There's wheel of fire.
I'm on the trail.
Nice and quiet.
Excuse me. Something I can...
No offense.
I'm on the
But
trail.
I already paid Hafric for this room.
Owena! Go check on that Orland. Make sure he don't steal nothing.
Still can't feel my fingers. Thought I'd found as much blood as there was. Thought all the I was so it took quick little. Found my way here and thank my luck for escaping the log. I need to get, but I'll give you a cut for anything you bring back, of course. I ain't asking for charity. I just can't afford to go home empty-handed. Like I said, we were treasure hunting. Who? No, that would have been. We took out several loans to pay for our just that, which means that what's left of it. You find anything? You find anything?
Never seen such. But you must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handled them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word, and I'll give that shifty little Orlin the boot. Showed up to no good, I tell you. I'd like nothing more than to see him gone, but I don't want to ruckus over. I'd appreciate. Back to warm your hands, eh? Top quality. Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Back to warm your hands, eh? Nothing. Back to warm your hands. Back to warm your hands, eh?
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
You're awful.
Of course.
10 Pond says he trips them.
You're awful.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
What you ask is done. What you ask is... What you ask is done. What you ask is done. What you ask is done. What you ask is done.
Yes?
Back to warm your hands, eh? Top quality. Back to warm your hands.
Dead on.
That's it.
I'm here.
And what does the flame reveal?
Owena just swept the floors in here. If you're gonna get rowdy, take it outside, all right? Right. What did you want then? Back to warm your hands. Back to warm your hands.
You find anything?
Back to warm your hands, eh? Top quality bear.
Please, tell me you found it. I've got a craving like you wouldn't believe. Wait, really? You did it! Oh, thank you! To the Lord of Cadnua. Oh, that's, gods, that's a bit strange. Here, have... What? No, it just... Did you see that? See? I think my tongue is going, wait. I can't feel my face. What's happening? I think I bit my... But I can't feel a thing. This has to be Havrik's doing. He must have put something in the bottle. Please, Havrik, that smug prick. He has to be behind it. He has to know how to fix this. You have to help me. Ugh, I can't stay like... Oh, thank the gods. You have to help. You have to help me.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? So that little bastard finally got up the nerve to snatch it, did he? Well, serves him right. Maybe he'll think twice about stealing a man's vintage now that he's dribbling all over himself. You'd think I'd chance poisoning him with something I plucked off a bush? I made the stuff myself. It's not gonna wear off until I make an antidote. Yeah, I bet he's ballin'. Look, I dabble in chemicals, but it's never something I can't fix. You want to help him out, all you need is a river reed in the heart of an ice troll. You ought to find both by water. That creek out west, for instance. You heard me. Ice. Back to warm your hand.
Keeping an eye out.
This may prove useful.
It must be soon. 2 days, no more. Sorry. Didn't hear you come in. My ears aren't what they used to be. I'm Thiersch. I've lived here long enough that Kith have started calling me the Old Hunter. And that's about all I can say for myself. Coming to your elders for advice, is it? What? Well, I can tell you it won't be here much longer if things go on as they are. With the mines closed, we've lost what put us on the map in the first place. We're losing people every month. Too many mouths to feed and not enough to support them. I've been lucky. I've hides and horns enough to keep the traders happy, but now the ogres are picking the rest of us off. The moment we started looking into Durgan's battery, it was like we'd kicked a hornet's nest. Made a good showing against that last group, by the way. It's been a colder season than usual, and the elk herds aren't faring well. Not to mention the occasional beast. We've lost a lot of young hunters. It has. We had some hope in the early days that we'd be spared, isolated as we are. That hope died in a hurry. Not everyone's been so unlucky, of course. You'll see a few pampered sprats around. Long hours checking snares and waiting out elk, mostly. Used to hunt some of the big ones. Bear, stelgare. But up here, it comes down to necessity. Which means keeping Stalwart fed, or else keeping it safe. Thing is, the last hunt wasn't the ogres, I can tell you that. Put a few arrows in one of those and they generally have the good sense to back off. But I've been hunting this wolf for near a year now. A man-eater. The beast has already claimed many lives. The first victim was my son, Saldrin. Got the better of me this last time. Distracted me long enough for one of its kin to turn up. Nearly bit me clean in half. I'm a few weeks out from trying again. No ordinary wolf. A monster. This creature is big. And I see the signs it leaves behind. The mess it made to the last couple of hunters and the elk. Doesn't always finish its meals. Damn thing might be sick. Might have a... In any case, it needs to be put down. It roams the russet wood out to the west. Seems to have decided the lake is a good place to find prey. Yeah. It's picked off some scattered ogres from time to time. But mostly it's been going after hunters. Travelers. Nothing to tell. Near misses, all of them. One time he clambered right up the cliffs to avoid my snares. Another time, he chased a bear into my camp. I nearly had him once. I could hear him below, eating. He charged headlong into the tree to get at me. Nearly knocked me off my perch. And when it needs doing. But I warn you, this beast is not... Watch yourself on the mountain. I'm Thiersch. Watch yourself on the mountain. Coming to your... I'm Thiersch. Watch yourself on...
Nothing is closed to the perceptive. What you ask is done. They shall see nothing while I see much.
The better part of valor.
Keeping an eye out.
Huh, that's what I get for asking directions in the middle of nowhere. Say, I don't suppose you've seen any mysterious old buildings in the mountains lately, have you? No, but I've heard that name a lot. I'm looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. It's an obscure temple dedicated to Andra. I'm a gift bearer. My job is to gather tokens of things people want forgotten and surrender them to the late. Best place to do that is the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. Anything that represents a moment or a memory someone wishes to tell. Love notes, awkward family heirlooms. I might be here a while. Half the villagers have never heard of the Abbey, and the ones that... So I'm trying to think of this as an extended holiday in a remote mining village that smells like fish. You won't regret it. I've got...
sorry. I didn't mean to be so rude. I'm Ista. I heard we have you to thank for clearing out the ogres. I'm glad Stalwart survived. It would have been a disappointing trip up here otherwise. My ore locating divination tool. Well, that's what it will be. I have to calibrate it. Right now it seems to think you're a copper deposit. My Animancer contacts did suggest that a particular strong soul essence might interfere. I'm more interested in minerals in any case. It's actually quite sophisticated, if you'll forgive me a little professional pride. A mix of alchemical I'm trying to recreate the instruments that first led the Pargrun dwarves to this mountain. This is my latest prototype. Centuries ago, dwarves carrying tools just like this one followed their readings to what is now the battery. If I can recreate their work, I was hoping to test it, but my arrival was delayed by word of the ogre attack. I haven't been able to find anyone to venture up the mountain since. Really? That'd be wonderful. I just have to adjust the device, you see. It should point you toward metal deposits. We already know the battery rests on some rich veins, but I was if you can follow the readings to ore and bring back a sample, I can use it to refine the device. Thanks ever so much for this. I hope you've had some luck. I hope you've had some luck.
They shall see nothing while I see much. They shall see nothing while I see much.
Yes. Yes.
The better part of valor. Slow and silent.
Hey.
I shall be discreet.
I hope you've had some...
I'm on the trail.
Why are they drying them out? These are ready to eat.
Yes?
Back to work, everyone. No time for dallying. A fine thing you reached us when you did. They would have burned the fishery next, mark my words. And the last thing this lot needs is another excuse to knock off early. Anyway, excuse the mess. If there's something you need, the clerk can get you sorted. Just watch your step if you've a mind to look around. The floors are slick and I've been running it 4 decades now. Reckon I can tell you what you want to know. It may stink of fish guts, but there's no place more critical to stalwart survival. Herds come and go, so there's seasons when our catch sustains the village. But try telling these folk as much. We go home each day covered to the elbows in fish oil and entrails, reeking of our work. Stalwart's shrinking, but it would disappear if we lost the fishers. I drive them hard, but I can't afford to do otherwise. Just about everything. I track the day's catches and see that our nets and hooks are in working order. My family's been in charge of the fishery since the early days of Stalwart. I know the best spots to find frost dive or an iron-toothed pike, and I make sure we don't overfish the speckleback. Need anything else? Need something else?
I shall be discreet. I shall be discreet.
Need something else? Need something else? Been running it for... Need anything else?
Me and Sledge are thinking about heading down, joining a caravan over to Dawning.
Dawning? What for? You like your ogres bigger?
We'd have work at...
Feels like it's hardly worth putting the huts back up.
Better than standing out here shivering.
I'm on the trail. Slow and silent.
Shh.
I'm here.
Watch yourself on the mountain. I'm Thier.
You have to help me. Oh. You have to help.
Let's keep quiet.
You find anything?
Oh, it's you. I'm so glad you came by. I hoped I'd have the chance to thank you properly. They told me what happened. God's bless you, sir. I owe you my life. I know it was foolish of me to run in there, but this ring is all that I have of my family. Oh, I'm managing. Fenway's letting me stay with her until I'm back on my feet. Everyone's been lovely, really. It was hard seeing what's left of the house. But Raywald says he's going to see a hut raised for me soon as they get the logs. Sentiment, mostly. When he first settled here, my grandfather had a ring fashioned from the first batch of ore he excavated. It was supposed to commemorate his fresh start. He passed it on to his daughter, and my mother gave it to me in turn. Hello, sir. Anything I can do for you? Hello, sir.
You find anything?
Back to warm your hands.
Something I can do for you?
I'll see what I can find.
Slow and silent.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
You have to help me. Ugh.
Nice and quiet.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
What do you want?
If we didn't need your help so badly, I'd send you packing. Who? Sorry, I don't recall the name. Last expedition I met disappeared weeks ago. Didn't give any names, but they definitely haven't come. Don't mean the Sfeara weren't part of an expedition, though. We get groups passing by sometimes looking to what's on your mind. Any luck with Durgan's back?
Slow and silent. The better part of valor. Got to speak up?
Yes? Indeed.
How do you do?
I'm here.
Нахуя. Забаф нужен, забаф. Блять. Про забав же нужен. Можно идти куда-нибудь.
Hail and well met.
I hope you've had.
And what does the flame reveal?
Ее хорошо бьют. Кого не могут задамажить.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Ледяной. Ну, сейчас посмотрим на ледяного. Ну, мощненький такой, да. А урона сколько у него? Но он не может попасть.
I'm here.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Слабый какой-то вообще, не чувствую.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them. thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Onward!
Yes?
Physical burdens anchor me.
I'm here.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places. And what does the flame reveal?
That's no.
Yes? I'll take a look. Easy now. The better part of valor. Let's keep quiet. Onward! Dead on!
Mowing Ixi Ana. Mowing Ixi Ana.
Let's keep quiet. I'm here.
You're not...
Parathis!
I'm here. Yes? I shall.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
I'm here.
Of course.
Onward!
I'm here.
Indeed.
I'll take a look.
Nice and quiet.
It looks safe.
Nice and quiet.
Something lies here for the eyes. They shall see nothing while I see much.
Attack! Settle!
Combat.
Yes? Yes?
That's not good.
Yes?
And what does the flame reveal?
Босс, понял. Вид зверя.
Help! Please help us!
Soldier.
That's it!
Hey, leave it to me!
Yes?
I'm on the trail.
Laying low.
Onward!
That's it!
Dead on!
Onward! Onward!
I'll take a look.
And what does the flame reveal?
Вау! Новая превьюшка. Дракон! Только не говорите, что дракон тут будет. Ебать. Пожалуйста, только не дракон. Не сейчас.
Slow and silent.
There's one here who deals in visions, dreams. I feel her mind near mine.
Laying low. Now this I haven't seen before.
What you ask is done. What you ask is done.
Onward!
I'm on the trail.
Nothing is closed to the perceptive mind. What you ask is done. I shall do as you ask. What you ask is done.
I'm here.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
That's it! Dead on!
I wish you no more.
I'm here. I'm here.
Так, ну ладно, заканчиваем. Заканчиваем. Сегодня продолжим еще. Давайте.